Okay, in this video I'm actually gonna stay at 4.3, which is the resolution I usually play on anyway, because some of the smokes here on Inferno, by the way, are a bit tricky, and I learned them on 4.3, so for me to show them exactly I would have to be on 4.3, at least for me, but it should be easy to do on the resolution you learn them on. Okay, we can start with actually doing CT smoke from outside of T-spawn. All you have to do is come here, find this paint splatter on the wall like this, line up with that. Then you're gonna find this chimney right here, and this edge, you're gonna line up on the edge about the height of this roof thingy, like this, and you're gonna release about here, but you're gonna feel it anyway because you're going down this step, and right when you do that you release. You would have to practice this one. It took me a couple of tries to get it perfect, but let's see if I can do it perfect on first try. I could not. Nice. I'm not a nade guru, even though I'm making videos on it, but yeah, that's nice. And some might be concerned about the player being here, playing the edge of the smoke, but that won't be a problem because he would have to stand all the way out there, so you would also see him probably even more clear than he would see you. And I guess we could just work a banana then next. There's a lot of nades you can do from banana actually, and a lot of molotovs that can be good for taking the site, or maybe even going CT to ruins, for example. Let's start with the basics, which is smoking coffin or spools. It used to be spools, now it's coffins because of the coffins. And of course you want to smoke CT here. Okay, so there used to be smokes you can do from here, but the reason I don't want to do those is because of how easy a CT can just peek you as you line up the nades, and you'll be dead with the nades in your hands, and that's not a fun time for anyone except the CTs, so we don't want that. For the coffin smoke, sorry, you're gonna actually use the grenade in your hand, in the view model hand itself, to line it up. So I'm gonna show. For this you would have to use a specific view model, but it's basically classic or preset position 3 in the console, so you can just write view model underscore preset pos and then space and then 3, easy peasy. You just line up with this corner of the first window and watch this knob or whatever you want to call it, as I just line it up like this. That's a perfect coffin smoke. And the reason this one is great is because I've seen some that lands as deep as this, but the reason that's not useful at all for smoking coffin is because of your smoke isn't actually hitting coffin. With the smoke landing that far back, you can actually still hold from coffin, and then what's the point even? So I think this one is very good. Just the corner, and you can line it up really fast as well, just like this. Super quick and easy, blooms fast, so easy to use. And yeah, CT, you can just get in here. I like to use this dark spot right here, and then I find this chimney, let's see, and you use this corner. So I have this crosshair bind, like I can switch like this, but that's just for the videos. I don't actually go this try hard in games, but just to show you. So you line up with this corner and this corner of the chimney like this, more like this actually, and release. This is a perfect CT smoke. And again, there's no, you would have to stand so far out that even further out than the first one I showed from outside of T-spawn, but you can't work around this smoke as a CT without being peeked or killed by the T's. So that one is very nice. Molotovs for B side, so you can Molotov new box, you can Molotov oranges, you can Molotov emo or dark, and Molotoving new box, you just get in here to the barrel, find this pole, and then 1, 2, 3 here. Use this little crack, I guess you can call it, and use your jump turbine. This will spread behind here even. Very nice. I guess we can... this is kind of annoying. Because, what? Yeah, now it works. Why didn't it work earlier? Well. So basically the same then, I guess. Yeah. I use the same pole. And then there's number 1. Like that, yeah. Anyway, let's do the Wallsmoke in front of sight here. Let's just do, I guess. The first one you get here by 3, or 3, I'm sorry. You line up like this until you can't see that part of the wall anymore. Use the top of the leaves and up
surprise,
to this
motherfucker!
so I'm just gonna use the... Hello. We want to line it up like that. Okay. That's a normal throw. That's gonna be the first part of the Wallsmoke. Of course, when you do this, be aware of people sitting up here. Maybe use the Molotov I showed earlier. Just get in this corner. I usually use the pig's head to find the right pole, and then it's 1, 2, 3, and up the height about there. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like that. Just throw. Oop. And together it will look like, sorry about the dogs by the way, and that's that for the Wallsmoke. Okay, let's start with smoking off long. You want to smoke off the upper, so there's a deep long smoke. You just get in this corner, find the leaves right up here. We're in the pot, so just find the leaves, and where they start, just line up and throw. Perfect. Oh, maybe not so perfect. I don't know what went wrong there. Let's try it again. Yeah, that's better. Maybe I didn't line up correctly the first time. Just get in the corner. These two corners are kind of weird because of there's a clip brush here that you can't see, so you feel like you don't really get in the corners, but just go here until you stop naturally, like this, and find the white towel or blanket, I guess, and line up with the top right corner and throw. Ooh. This smoke isn't the best for short because of your teammates in apps also get smoked off if they're planning on going boiler, but seeing as you would smoke, I don't think you should be that much in apps or have apps present or control if you're smoking short, because smoking short often means you want to go long, maybe split B, I don't know. So smoking off library, you get to this brick right here, about head height, and find a crown on the wall, pretty easy. And then to the left of it, like this-ish, just jump through. This will hit that part of the wall and bounce here. The reason this one is very good is because of, if you're an AWPer holding here, you would now have to worry about, maybe it's a B split, so we might have to go here, and if that's just a distraction for them to go porch or short, I guess, then you would have, you would maybe be holding CT, or you might hold here and they can go behind you, so you would have to rely on your guys' sight, and if they die, still could be a lurker behind you. So that's a really nice smoke if you're facing an AWPer that likes to play library. I suggest using that one. So line up with a wall until you can't see that side of the wall anymore, like this. And then there's this coil. See, there's an X here. Just use the brightest part of the X. This smokes off the entire side here of Moto, and still Moto itself, or the Westpa, I guess, is not smoked off, so you can still have control of people. Usually when you smoke here, the smoke ends up here, I guess. I've seen a lot of people smoke where it's like, of course the smoke is pretty thick though, so it goes like maybe like this, and then the CTs can lurk up and go graveyard without you knowing. So the smoke landing here is really nice, I think, at least. You find this broomstick, you line up with a crack in the middle of it like this. Yeah. You find the second window and up to the height of the roof like this here, and throw. This is very nice because of there's no access bloom, like giving the CT something to work around. If he play Arch, you would have to, yeah, you would see him way before he can see you. The app's lurk smoke, you just get in this corner as you did when you smoke short. You're gonna find this pot right here, and you're gonna see there's a little gap between the leaves. You just aim at the gap and throw normal. This is gonna land on balcony, so you can peek out without having to worry about pits, you know. I think this is very nice. This smoke, which smokes off pit from short, you just line up with this pipe, find this pot, and the lower corner here, just throw. It can leave a gap here, as it just did. Nice. And that's just, take your time, adjust it. I don't really care about it, because if there's a guy, you usually use this with other nades, so of course maybe Molotov, graveyard, so because of the gap, that would be the worry. But if you're Molotoving it, he would have to push out. Of course, maybe even paired with the lurk smoke, so apps could clear graveyard. Even Molotoving from apps would be way easier than knowing where to do it through the smoke. There are some things we can do from apps. There's this pop flash. You just get into the corner and bounce the flash off that side of the chimney. You'll get blind in pit, graveyard, even here. If you're in almost the entire site except for inside here, you would get blind. There's a nice one-way smoke if you're holding apps. In matchmaking, this is almost a guaranteed 5 kills at least before they understand that this smoke means danger. So all you have to do is have your back against the wall and go until you can't see that flower pot anymore. So like this, like that ish, and then just aim in the middle like that. Yeah. You see this? This will get a lot of people killed, and it seems kind of suspicious. If I didn't know anything, I would think this is suspicious, so a lot of people jump over, but also a lot of people just ran through here when I played it, when I used it in matchmaking at least. And even in global elite level, people will run past this and give you free kills, because you will see their legs. So of course don't aim for the legs, but when you see legs here, shoot, I guess, and that's an easy kill. You would have to have a smoke and a Molotov to line this up, but it's kind of a niche thing, so I don't you don't really need to know this, but if they smoke off, if you have a teammate stuck here on porch, they smoked off balcony and you're in apps, you have a smoke and a Molotov, then just use the pin of the smoke like we did earlier, like this. Take your Molotov out, get in this corner, and then just tap one time, like a solid like tap, and just throw the Molotov. Then the guy in pit would have to move at least. That would be somewhere, or I don't know the word, leave some room, I guess, for the guy that would be stuck here, I guess. So I'm saying I guess a lot, but I don't really guess, it's just because of my goddamn vocabulary. But you just line it up with a smoke pin like this, tap once, throw, perfect. It is kind of nice to know, it can give you an edge, I guess, but not really a smoke you should know. I wouldn't say you should know that one. Most of the other ones I think you should know. You absolutely need to smoke off moto when you're going A if you're going a full team A, you need to smoke off moto because of the rotations, the possibility of an AWPer playing here, maybe even the rotator guys still being in arch. If you smoke off long here, that guy would probably try to support the AWPer with some flashes, I don't know. So smoking off that AWPer with a moto smoke is very important. Of course, if you're going porch, I'm gonna say porch, but in EU we say short, so porch and short are the same thing. I guess some people might think this is porch, but in EU we call this whole little corner here, we call it short, and that wrap part is called long. So now you know that. You want to smoke off here. Obviously you can use the smoke I showed earlier, and maybe Molotov, deal with graveyard however you see fit. I guess I would Molotov it. Of course I would probably most likely have this smoke if I'm going here, and then just Molotov like this, hold maybe the gap. Of course when I'm doing this all this time there's still a smoke here, of course, so when I'm dueling here I wouldn't get peeked from there. So, and then I would also have teammates in apps, maybe they take care of pit, I don't know. But yeah, you don't need anything super special, maybe even something like this. Even in matchmaking or even wingman, when in wingman you spawn actually here, just doing this and rushing with Mach 10s up here, you easy kills for CTs going up to apps. So now you know that. Maybe you want a Molotov here in boiler. You don't need some super sciencey lineup, just try to hit that I don't know what this is called, part of the wall brick thingy, and it will 9 out of 10 times, if you're coming from here, it will bounce into boiler. Super easy. There is of course some retake modes you can do for A, but most likely you would have used all your nades, except if they explode A, I guess. You would have, if you're playing B, you would have used your nades there, but just to the bottom of the E, or Y, we say E in Norway, so that's why I said that, sorry. And then to the height of this, so like this-ish, and jump throw. This will hit apps and land defaults. Why would you use this? For a chance for a ninja defuse if you're super duper desperate, I guess. Also it smokes out this peak right here, so being here with the smoke that goes here, I'm gonna show that one, you actually get a wall smoke here, which is pretty nice. You just, to do the other part, you just find this brick right here in CT, find this pole and just a bit over it like that. This will bounce and land right there. or it should land there. I didn't line it up correctly. Okay, let's do it again. The brick, the middle of the brick like this, or maybe it's actually the actual center. No, I think it's like this. And the pole and above. And have a teammate line up with a window like this. The Y, shadow, jump throw. Oh, okay, so that covers that one. Okay. So to molly that part, you just get in this corner, crouch, that corner, and ta-da! It spreads around the whole pillar. Nice smoke you can do to separate, what am I saying? A nice smoke to go aggressive for CTs to second mid. You just get in this corner, find this lamp to the left a bit like this. This eliminates this position from ramp to be able to catch you. So I would do this with a teammate, of course, but now you can control second mid. Retake smoke for B and some other molotovs I forgot. Say they've smoked CT, you just, they're planted default, you can just do this, the molotov default, and of course do it a little bit lower to just molotov pool like this. Super easy. Anyway, to the retake smoke. Say your teammate is holding tree, he's here, he's hearing a lot of steps coming up to banana, he might die, and he does, then, and you're playing rotator, I would come here, find this edge, and jump throw. And then maybe a flash over, run to coffin, now they're flashed, the smoke has already bloomed, and there's a wall here. I guess I can show one last thing, a cool little trick. I don't think it's really that useful, but if it's a guy that's super destroying your team in banana with an op and is always car and you can't ever peek him, you can come to this part in the apps, find his pot, and this wave, I guess you can call it a wave, you see it here, like this, line up like that, and then the black part, and then just start spamming. This works with a deagle as well. Just spam, like maybe a little bit lower, a little bit higher. This hits car. So this is I don't think it is with an op a one hit kill. Maybe it is with a headshot, but I don't think it's definitely not with a deagle. I've actually gotten a lot of assists doing this in matchmaking. It's really funny because of everyone saying wall hack, and they have no idea where it comes from. No matter what, they're gonna be skeptical of holding a car, so this is called car because of the old Inferno usually had a car there, so now we know that, and that's called tree because there used to be a tree here. So that's that. Definitely know these smokes for taking sites, like you should know CT, you should know coffin, you should know moto smoke, you should know to smoke short or long. I think you should know short as arch as well. The other ones are more of a niche kind of level, but still, or entry I guess, but also really nice to know. The molotovs for B is good to know. Of course, knowing that if you have a teammate behind the wall flashing like this would blind the guys here. It's coming very fast, so they wouldn't have that much time to react, and also the tree kind of hides it. The same thing goes for here, smoking or flashing over there to get the guys on site. So subscribe if you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment if there's something I forgot, and I would love to see maybe some other cool smokes if I actually forgot some. So I guess that's it. See you later.